Hello boys and girls, and welcome to Storytime Hour. I'm Nina Flanagan, and today we're going to be reading a book about a little girl named Susie who's going off to college, and she's choosing her colleges based off of the academic advising practices at those colleges. The chosen book for this hour, How Susie Chose Her College, Adventures in Academic Advising. Meet Susie, an 18-year-old senior in high school from Tallahassee, Florida. Susie has already begun her quest for choosing the right college for herself. Susie really wants to be close to home and thinks that the Jacksonville, Florida area best suits those needs. She has been accepted to 4 colleges in the area: Jacksonville University, a small private university in the Arlington area of Jacksonville; Edward Waters College, a historically black university near downtown Jacksonville; Florida State College at Jacksonville Kent campus, a large open-access community-turned state college; and Flagler, a small private college in historic St. Augustine, Florida.
I got into college.
Oh my gosh, my baby girl. Oh, this one has suite style apartments for you to live in. Ooh, look at this campus, Flagler.
Yeah.
How much is it going to cost?
Harold.
Dad!
Oh, and look, this is a cute boy, Susie.
Mom, that's not why I'm going to college. It's not just to meet boys.
And so you can go to Jacksonville University, isn't it? Yeah, I knew you were going to tell me that.
Well, I was kind of hoping we could visit all of them.
All of them?
What happened to cosmetology school?
Dad, be quiet.
Harold, it's her choice, and sweetie, if you want to visit all of them, then fine. But you know you're just going to fall in love with Jacksonville University.
We'll see.
And rigor are an important part of Susie's choice. She knows that the school's academic advising practices remain at the top of her list. Before Susie visits each of the schools to speak with an advisor, she does her research on the topic of academic advising. What did she find out? She found that academic advising has been around for many years. When colleges were just beginning to form, the dean of students took on the role as an advisor. While not technically called academic advisor, the dean of students advised students on academic as well as social activities. In the late 19th century, when the dean of students' role expanded, the academic advising role was handed off to faculty at the colleges. Many colleges and universities have faculty advisors in place of professional advisors. Research has also shown that academic advising by faculty members can aid in helping students become academically integrated into the institution, which in turn influences their academic development. Susie found out also that good advising practices play an integral role in student retention rates. In a 2011 article written by Dr. Jane Drake, she states that over 4 decades of research show that academic advising is a direct link to student persistence and retention. What else did she find out? Susie found out that developmental advising is a style of advising that looks at the student holistically, not just schedules and degree audits. She also found out that academic advising is one of the best vehicles for promoting the intellectual, personal, and social development of students. And lastly, developmental advising was derived through a combination of student development theory and traditional advising practices. Incorporating student development theory into advising can make going to see an advisor a great experience for advisees. Susie's first visit was to Edward Waters College. When she arrived, she met with Dr. Ewers, who's the VPSA, the Vice President of Student Affairs and Enrollment.
So, here we are at EWC. This is my first college visit, and I'm really nervous, but also really excited. Let's go meet my new advisors.
Hi Susie, welcome to EWC. We're really excited that you're checking us out and thinking about coming here. What majors are you interested in?
Well, I'm not really sure, but I'm looking into education.
Okay, excellent. We have a great education program. Here at EWC, we are the oldest HBCU here in the state of Florida. With your advising, it will be done by your professional advisor that you'll be assigned to, but also our faculty members are very involved in being mentors. So you may be paired up with one of your faculty members and you can see them for advising as well.
After leaving EWC, Susie liked the small atmosphere of the college and how many of the mentors take on the role of academic advising. There are about 6 professional advisors there, but getting the one-on-one with a mentor stands out in her mind as a plus.
So we've made it to Florida State College Jacksonville Kent campus. Don't get confused with downtown. I'm really excited to see my new advisor, so why don't you come and join me?
Hello, Susie.
Hi.
Hey, welcome to Florida State College at Jacksonville Kent campus.
Thank you.
So good to have you. Have a seat.
So I've heard that Florida State College is moving towards a new advising model. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
In terms of the structure of the college, shows what might look like a very decentralized model. But over the years, we kind of have this ebb and flow of things where sometimes we realize, no, wait a minute, we can be decentralized and let downtown campus cater to their population and South Campus cater to their population, but we have to still use the same forms. So let's centralize that. And then, well, wait a minute, we have to actually centralize the process of advising. So if a student swaps campuses or goes somewhere else, it's still the same conversation. And so that's where the advising council really came together, was to start to look at how do we gel, where do we need to gel, and where are we okay to still individualize our services. And so as the advising council continued to meet, which I think probably happened monthly maybe, we would say, well, this is really something we should talk to financial aid folks about. This is really something that involves the registrar, and so we'd have them come. And then we'd find that we kept asking them to come so often that we said, well, why don't you just join us? So then the advising council grew from maybe it was 7 people to like 35 at some point. And that's where we said, okay, now wait a minute. We got to redesign again. We now became so large, we're not getting anything done. Or, you know, where we've lost maybe that, what to me is so precious about advising. You know, you shift from a very transactional service, which is enrollment and financial aid and checking this off and checking that, to something that's really about the relationship.
After leaving FSCJ Kent campus, Susie was at first overwhelmed with the large size. But unlike EWC, FSCJ had a large number of professional advisors. These advisors were trained to not only handle student schedules, but to assist in matters of financial aid and campus involvement. Although the college is large, Susie didn't just feel like a number. She felt like she mattered. Another plus in her eyes.
So here we are at Flagler College. I'm so excited to be here. Come on!
Hi, Susie. Welcome to Flagler College.
Hi, Mr. Key. Thanks so much for meeting with me.
Absolutely. Do you have any questions?
Yeah, actually, I'm really interested in what type of advising I would receive.
We're structured where I will appoint all students to advisors, hopefully in the Department of Study, and every professor is an advisor. They cannot have over 40 students as advisors. If you're a chair, you don't have over 30. Now, not too many go up to that 40. Now, like math, we don't have a math major, so those students take first year students in the education department or the business department, because we don't have enough full-time staff professors in those departments to cover all of those. And I've also found out a lot of students coming in first year just put something down, and they change their majors through me, and so I make sure that they know what they're getting into before they change their major. If you go on academic probation, you have to see me 3 times during the semester. We look at study skills, you know, what are your study skills, and we look at their time management, and I may team them up with, well, at the Learning Center, I might send them to meet with people at the Learning Center to work with, and of course encourage anybody that's having a math problem, go to the math lab.
After leaving Flagler, Susie was consumed by the beauty of the campus. However, since Susie knew her major, Mr. Skeeter informed her that she would be assigned a faculty advisor specific to her major. Susie loved the thought of being able to connect with a faculty member that shared her interests. This was also great to her, making the decision even more difficult. Visiting Jacksonville University was almost like home to Susie. Her mother is an alum of JU. Similar to Flagler, JU also assigns students to a faculty advisor.
So, here we are at Jacksonville University. It looks kind of scary, but I'm excited. Let's go meet my new advisors. Come on.
Hi Susie, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Well, welcome to JU. We're here today to talk about the advising process. So do you have any questions to start off with?
Yeah, I'm interested in what kind of advising I would receive as a student.
Okay. Do you have a particular major that you're interested in?
Well, I'm sort of interested in education, but I haven't really made a decision yet.
That's okay. We have professional advisors for students who are undecided. So if you want to go to maybe math department to begin with, and then you decide that you want to go to education, you can do that. And then once you are in the major of your choice, you will be assigned to a faculty advisor, and from that point they will take on all of your advising needs.
Okay, that's really cool. Thank you.
Because Susie still struggled with indecision of her major, she felt comfort in knowing there was an advising office that would help her explore all of her interest areas. Deciding which school was now becoming too hard of a decision. Now that Susie has visited all 4 schools, she has made up her mind. But before she reveals her choice, she has recommendations that can make advising even more helpful at all of the colleges. First, all advisors should be adequately trained. This includes faculty advisors. Training helps to ensure that all advisors are on the same page. While advisors may have different styles, the information given to students should be the same across the board. Training will help to eliminate miscommunication of information to the students. Second, all advisors should be assessed. How can you know how well you're doing if no one evaluates the work you do? Advisors can be assessed by students through student satisfaction surveys, the department from which they work, or from some type of advising network. Third, the argument of whether faculty or professional advisors are better is an ongoing discussion. As a solution, having a mix of both on campus gives students options. This also takes some pressure off of faculty members whose primary responsibility is to teach, while at the same time creating jobs for professional advisors. And last, advisors should create expectations for their students. Encouraging your advisees to have questions ready and to be engaged in the process makes for a meaningful conversation. Along with recommendations, Susie also looked at the schools that were doing it best. Florida State University. Their exploratory undecided program uses a values, interests, and skills assessment approach to connecting students to majors. And also Virginia Commonwealth University. Their discovery program places a small caseload of students with advisors. This gives students more opportunities to meet one-on-one with their advisor. The time has come. Susie is ready to reveal her choice. Drum roll, please. Go Noles! Florida State University. The choice between the 4 colleges in Jacksonville were just too hard. The end.